Okay, so this is a application problem of quadratic function. But there is one more thing you have to know, the relation between revenue and then demand equation, and also the relation between profit, revenue, and cost. Okay, so let's answer the first one. What is the revenue function if you have given demand equation? This demand equation means this P stands for price, X stands for number of items. If you produce x many items, then the price of that item would be determined by this equation. Okay, and revenue can be found by using, this is the very the revenue you know is actually, it's a product of price time the number of item. Revenue means how much money you make by selling x many of item. That's the meaning of revenue, and that comes from, what is the price? Revenue is x times p. Okay, that's the first thing you have to know. The second thing is profit is total revenue minus, the profit is just, the p stands for the profit, and we're going to express the profit as in terms of x. That's why it's a profit function. Profit is revenue minus cost, how much you make by selling x many items, and then how much cost you spend to create that x many item. If you subtract that cost from the revenue, that gives you the profit. So this is these are the basic formula relation you have to know to answer this question. The first one, A, what is the revenue? The revenue is x times p, because we want to find out the revenue in terms of x, so we need to use this equation. So p is negative half x plus 1020. So if you distribute this x here, that will be negative half x squared plus 1020x. So that's what you see here, negative 1 over 20. Okay, did I miss something here? Okay, p is 1 over 20, not half. Okay, so it's a negative 1 over 20 x squared plus 1020x. That's the same answer we have given here. So that's part A. Part B is, what is the profit? What is the profit as a function of x? So the profit is revenue minus cost. So we know the revenue is this one, which is 1 over 20 x squared plus 1020x, and then cost is already given here in this problem. If you look at the problem, the cost function is 100x plus 6000. So you have to subtract 100x, you have to subtract that 100x and 6000, because there is a minus sign, so that minus sign will be for the 100x, and then again for the 6000 as well. So you have to simplify that. That gives us this profit function. So if you simplify this, the first term is negative 1 over x squared. 1020 minus 100 is 920x, and this is 6000. So that is the profit function in terms of x. So just plug that value here. Negative 1 over 20 x squared plus 920x. Let me go back and check here, and then minus 6000. Minus 6000. So that's the profit function. Final check. That's right. Now let's go to the next part, which is part C. What quantity will maximize the profit? So we want to find out the maximum value of this profit, and we know that this is a quadratic function. So maximum value or minimum value of any quadratic function can be found by finding the vertex. So you can find the vertex of this quadratic function p. So as you can see here, p of x. So if you compare that p of x with standard quadratic function ax squared plus bx plus c, you should be able to find out a, which is the number in front of x squared, which is negative 1 over 20, B, which is the number in front of X, which is 920, and C is negative 6000. So we know there is a vertex formula. Vertex of this parabola can be found, or this quadratic function can be found by using this formula. Let's say H and K is the vertex. Then there is a formula for H, which is negative B over 2A. So the negative is there. B is 920. 2 times A is negative 1 over 20. So this negative and this negative just cancel out. If you just simplify this, 2 and then there will be 10. And this 1 over 10 just flip, and that becomes 9200, because this negative and this negative cancel out, and this 10 goes here and multiply with 920, and that will be the 9200. That's the x coordinate of the vertex. But to answer the what quantity will maximize the profit, that is your answer, 9200, because that's the x coordinate they are asking you. So if they sell 9200 lawnmowers, then that will maximize the profit. Excellent. And what is the maximum profit then? That comes from the value of k. That is the maximum profit, because vertex means the x coordinate of the vertex gives you how many quantity you need to sell to have the maximum profit, and then y coordinate of the vertex gives you what is the maximum profit. And how do you find that? This is k, which is the profit when x is 9200. So that means you use this profit function and just replace that x by 9200 plus 920 times 920, it's a 9200. Okay, 920 times 9200 minus 6000. So if you use your calculator to calculate this, I'm going to use calculator here. So that will be my answer will be, use your calculator properly. If you don't know how to use the calculator, then that would be a big problem for you. Okay, so you have to know how to use calculator. So there is a 9200 square, 9200 square times it by 1 over 20, 1 over 20, and then that is the minus, plus 920 times 9200, that is another number, minus 6000. That will give me 4,226,000. Let me double check it. Either I did it right or wrong. Using calculator sometime could be very tricky. So it's 9200 square times it by 1 over 20. Okay, that's negative 6000, and positive 920 times 9200, that is 4,226,000. So it's a 4,226,000. That's the maximum profit. So the maximum profit is 4,226,000. Let's check it, and that's the answer. What price should be charged for the maximum profit? Now, to answer this question, you have to use this first formula, price in term of x, and you already know what is x. How many you know this x, which stands for number of lawnmowers. How many lawnmowers you have to sell to have this maximum profit? And that answer is 9200. So if x is 9200, what is the value of price? That comes from here. So just plug x equal to 9200. So the price, to answer this last question, the price is 1 over 20 times 9200 plus 1020, which is basically, if you use your calculator, you can find out your answer. It's a negative 460 plus 1020. So what is that? That is That is 1020 minus 460. That's 560. The price should be 560 to have maximum profit. So it should be $560 to have maximum profit. Okay, so always keep in mind to answer this kind of question, you have to know, you have to use quadratic function and their vertex.